in.
Yes.
News just in. Prince Harry has hit the headlines again. He's settled his case against the News Group newspapers.
Extraordinary development after the court case was meant to start yesterday. It got postponed because it became clear that there were talks between NGN, the publishers of The Sun, and Prince Harry, who for years has demanded accountability of the newspapers for what he says were unlawful practices that invaded his privacy. And this morning we have news that there has been a settlement agreed to, substantial compensation for Prince Harry, but, importantly, I read here, an unequivocal and full apology from NGN to the Duke of Sussex, and I'm quoting, for the serious intrusion by The Sun between 1996 and 2011 into his private life, including incidents of unlawful activities carried out by private investigators working for The Sun.
Yeah, this is a massively big deal.
Huge,
huge, because what Harry said he wanted, more than money, was accountability.
Yes.
Now, what he's managed to get is the most voluminous, undisclosed sum of money, win, and accountability, because there's this proper apology. And that really is a double score, isn't it, of Harry getting what he wanted and a huge amount of money too. And then we all then think, gosh, what did Harry have to go through? You know, how intrusive, how difficult it must have been. And I had some experience of a similar kind of thing. And it's a sort of situation where you just don't know who to trust. You don't know, is it the porter at the hospital? Is it the person in the car park? Is it your best friend? Is it somebody who says they love you? Have you told anybody? You think, I didn't say a word. How can people know where I am, what I'm doing, where I'm going? And think what he must have gone through and think how he must feel today. My goodness.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to sit on the stand for 4 days.
He doesn't have to sit on the stand. But it always struck me, though, Tom, that he wanted to, because actually he wanted people to hear in court what had happened to him.
It's very interesting because what happened yesterday and clearly the discussions about financial compensation in the first instance, you wondered whether there was going to be this battle between what he wanted in accountability and the cash. Is he going to take the cash rather than get the accountability? But I think this is actually a double win for him. Because, as Vanessa says, he's got the money and he's got an admission.
Yes.
He's got an admission of serious intrusion by the newspaper. He's got a full and unequivocal apology. They say, forgive me for reading off my phone, but they say they further apologise to the Duke for the impact on him of the extensive coverage and serious intrusion into his private life, as well as the private life of Diana, Princess of Wales, his late mother, in particular, during his younger years.
And I think one of the things we haven't said is how much it has obviously been deemed worth to the group of newspapers not to have all of this out in court. Think what only would have been said and how damaging it would have been. And then people who have condemned Prince Harry as a whinger, as somebody privileged, who's making a big fuss, and why doesn't he just belt up and stop it and start enjoying his life and everything else? I think we'll have to think, if they were prepared to pay him this much, we don't know how much, but undisclosed enormous amount of money must have been, then think how much they didn't want it to come out in court.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how that transpires over the next few days, because it was all building up to the court case itself.
I mean, he may well say something too. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what he says on the back of it.
It'd be hard to resist, won't it, saying something? I'm sure he'll want to.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.